Hi, this is Johannes. I want to make a comparison of battles of Napoleon and Command and Colors Napoleonics for the scenario setup. So I chose the Battle of Garcia Hernandez scenario, which is part of both games. So both games cover this one scenario, and I think you can really see the differences in the setup on this one especially well. So, just a short introduction what the Battle of Garcia Hernandez was. The day before, the Battle of Salamanca or Los Arapiles took place around here. It ended with a French defeat, and the French retreated via Alba de Tormes uh, towards Garcia Hernandez and further, actually. So the basic movement of the French is away from the site. Um, they were caught then at Garcia Hernandez by the Light Dragoons from Anson and the King's German Legion from Bock. And the main part actually of this battle is that the heavy cavalry defeated French squares, which was a very strong formation, and defeated the French again after Salamanca. So let's have a look on the area, how it is presented nowadays, of course. This is Garcia Hernandez. Here are the heights of La Sierra. And somewhere around in this area, the battle must have took place. These heights of La Sierra are actually not very high. There's, when you can see the elevation on OpenStreetMap, you can see it's 850 meters, 860, going down to 800, 810. So it's 50 to 60 meters high. I found also a nice picture of the heights on napoleonseries.org. You can see it's more or less a flat area with a tiny hill in the back. Okay, so when we look again on the battle map, taken from Wikipedia shows the French retreat path here in the back to Penaranda. Defending squares were built here, and the French cavalry was standing there on a hill which I cannot find actually here in this area, so it must be something very with a very low elevation. The Light Dragoons attacking the cavalry, and the King's German Legion attacking the squares. That's the main point actually of this battle. So then let's have a look how this is presented. Here we have the setup for Command and Colors Napoleonics. So I will now rotate this one to give you a better idea what's happening here. Okay. So here's Garcia Hernandez, which is also here. Very nice with the elevation for the French cavalry. And here's Anson's cavalry, light cavalry actually advancing. Most likely should attack the French cavalry. Here the heavy cavalry of Bock is attacking the squares. Those two units have to start in a square already. Light infantry, and here is the line infantry and other line infantry and artillery retreating. So one thing is for this game itself and also the scenario then of course that although the retreat path is here in the back, you cannot retreat from the battlefield in Command and Colors. So at some stage you have to move forward or defend or whatever you want to do, but you cannot retreat from the battlefield. As French player, you get 1 victory point for each unit defeated, or for each leader defeated. There are 3 of them. As the British player, however, you can interestingly get 1 point for the first infantry defeated and 2 points for each further infantry. 1 point for the cavalry units, and of course 1 point per leader. 2 leaders are here involved for the French units. So you really can compare quite nicely. It looks accurate, does make sense, looks fine. Also, you do not have retreat. For the battles of Napoleon, I will turn now again in the original position. Here the Heights of Louisiana. Here is the French cavalry. In the back there is a hill moving upwards, so that's not accurate in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's one issue with the predefined map boards, which look nice, definitely, but you have to do them to fit to all the scenarios, or most of them, so not always it's really accurate. Here's Garcia Hernandez. That's also one thing which I was wondering about, because Garcia Hernandez has to be somewhere around here. So in my opinion, it's in the wrong position. Here's the retreating units. That's quite a nice thing on this scenario, because I've marked here 2 hexes with blue blocks. The French units are allowed to exit the board via these 2 blocks and hexes, and you can get victory points for each unit which was able to retreat from the board. Very nice. I like this. This one is definitely better solved in Battles of Napoleon than in Command and Colors. The map itself, I think it's better. Also the setup of the units, because you do have only a few cavalry units and a few cavalry units here. With the small changes of luck, you can have a defeat easily, because you're simply lacking figures. And Garcia Hernandez is in the wrong position, but it's not printed, so technically you can move it here. But one has to say, for both scenarios, Garcia Hernandez does not make a landmark which is used for the battle. It's just there. You normally will never come along this hex. In this scenario, the British units are starting with attack order, and the French units are starting with a defensive order. So this is also one nice thing for the game itself, that you do not have to wait for the proper flank side card or whatever. So they all have their orders, and they can move according to the orders. So if you want to attack with a defensive unit, you have to, of course, change the order, and this will take some time to make the order come to the front. Okay, so it doesn't look like you have here different units types, but you have heavy cavalry and light cavalry. So the units are defined by the unit cards, and not like the battles of Napoleon with line or light infantry or heavy written on it. So for me, it also is easier to see the unit type when it's printed on the block itself, and not. But that's just how you like it, actually. So I think I could give you a short, a small idea how the scenarios are set up, and hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.